third paper is secure multi-party computation on threshold signatures made more efficient. This is from Dr. Harry Wong, postdoc researcher at the Chinese University of Hong Kong. I think it's the other paper. Can you bring the slides on? This paper is secure multi-party computation over threshold signature. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Harry Wong from the Department of Information Engineering, Chinese University of Hong Kong. Welcome to the presentation of the work, Secure Multi-Party Computation of Threshold Signature Made More Efficient, which is a joint work with my colleague, Jack Ma, and my PhD supervisor, Sherman Chow. ECDSA is standardized across distributed systems like Bitcoin and Ethereum. In blockchain, user authenticates transactions with a single sign key. However, the single sign key poses a monolithic risk of compromise. If an adversary steals the key, he can authenticate any transaction, leading to costly consequences. Threshold ECDSA reduces risk by secret sharing the private key to n parties. In the threshold signing protocol, any T out of n parties can sign by collaboratively generating shares of signature. Meanwhile, it's ensured that an adversary compromising less than T parties cannot sign. The signature from the threshold signing protocol is verifiable by the ECDSA verification algorithm. So the threshold sign is backward compatible with the standard ECDSA. Furthermore, the highly available signing process is suitable for decentralized application like cryptocurrency asset custody, decentralized autonomous organization, DNS security extension, etc. The ECDSA include a nonce G to the power 1 over K and a value S, which is computed from the private sign key X, randomness K, hashed message M, binding factor R. For simplicity, in the presentation, we just call S as the signature and consider M and R as some public known value during signing. As mentioned before, threshold signing in ECDSA generates share of signature. Given that each party owns a share of distributively generated randomness, we compute share of Km and Rkx by homomorphic scalar multiplication on this share. Then we can compute the share by homomorphic addition. However, computing share of Rkx need a share of Kx, which require running MTA protocol between each pair of party to obtain. Existing works relying on MTA have limitations. It needs a roll call to form a fixed quorum of T participating signers, usually needing a hidden extra communication round. After roll call, threshold share are converted to additive shares for communication efficiency during the signing protocol. Using additive share is good for communication efficiency, but make the threshold signing non-robust. Say, if a party cheats, the randomness is lost forever. Furthermore, this share from M to A are only useful for the exact quorum. Besides non-robust threshold signing, this method only supports private verification for share in general. A extra communication round is needed for reporting faults. Existing works typically do not consider recovery after default identification. Most works consider a restart from scratch for any faults, except our work in NDSS last year. If we try to make our MTA-based paradigm with publicly verifiable, it's become inefficient because MTA run between each pair of parties. So each party broadcasts or sends at least a linear number of messages. In total, there are a quadratic number of messages to be verified in case of public verification. For a publicly verifiable scheme with constant communication overhead, we need a new method to compute KX. We propose a threshold signature from threshold linear homomorphic encryption, which support linear operation over ciphertext, and threshold decryption, which allow any T parties to collaboratively decrypt. We consider Castagnos Laguillaumie linear homomorphic encryption, which has the same plaintext base as the signature for homomorphic computation. Furthermore, it has a algorithm style of ciphertext in linear structure for easy thresholdization. We start by computing the encrypted signature S from the encrypted K. Each party I broadcasts encrypted and freshly picked KI, and then computes the encrypted signature randomness K homomorphically. We then compute the encrypted KX using the same method. The signature nouns can be computed from the encrypted G to the power R and K gamma by adding this part and this part to the corresponding step. After computation of signature nouns, we can compute the signature from the encrypted KM and RKX. Our approach features robustness. All encrypted ingredients are public and never lost. We use CT-RSA to maintain a threshold access structure throughout the protocol instead of additive sharing structure. Anyone can help with sign process, even if they did not participate in signing initially. Party can freely join on with the sign process, which may pause the process but would not terminate. This approach has a constant communication overhead per party for computing multiplication of distributed secrets. We compare our scheme with other identifiable abort or robust scheme. Computation before or after knowing the message are denoted as offline or online. Identifiable abort guarantees to locate faults if protocol aborts, while robust allow protocol to continue after fault detection. Fixed group denotes the case that require a fixed quorum initially to stay for whole signing process, while any subgroup only needs a subgroup of quorum to do so. We denote the extra cost for detection or recovery by the sign. We summarize our improvement here. Our scheme only requires 3 offline rounds with constant communication overhead. Fault detection and recovery do not need extra round or asymptotic computation overhead. Any group of T signers can continue signing even if they did not initially participate in the protocol. Our paradigm relies on the existence of such a TLHE, which can be instantiated using distributed key generation. In the paper, we provide, DKG that distribute share for ECDSA or Laguillaumie and cell encryption with respect to the private key in discrete lot relation. For the ECDSA or Laguillaumie key, we use a general paradigm, but we deliver share by cell encryption, so correct share delivery is public verifiable by using zero-edge proof. For first cell encryption with integer secret key, we need a DKG modified for unknown order class group. Specifically, it requires an integer variance of secret sharing to prevent root computation during threshold decryption in unknown order class group, and pack the integer share from the integer secret sharing into multiple ciphertext. Following the general two-round paradigm, our DKG generates unbiased key. Our experimental results show that under the same parameters, our scheme outperforms other CL-based schemes like CCLST and WMYC in terms of running time and communication overhead. Although the computation of our scheme is lower than the obvious transfer-based scheme, GKSS, our scheme can be parallelized for better computation performance. The major inefficiency in our scheme is the one-time DKG for TLHE, which require a quadratic running time. In conclude, threshold signature made more efficient. Our scheme needs only 3 of 9 rounds. It do not need extra rounds and asymptotic computation overhead for false detection and recovery. Any group of T signers can continue signing even if they did not initially participate. Our method applies not only to ECDSA, but also to BBS per signature and potentially more. For example, we can compute threshold BBS per signature using the same method as in the signature nouns, like computing G to the power gamma and gamma times bracket E plus X. Thank you for your attention. You may contact us using the email address here if interested. Yeah. I'm ready for a question.
Any questions?
Yes.
Lachlan Gunn from Malta University. So this might be just a matter of my ignorance about your key generation method, but so is it possible to have some proactive variant of this where the shares can be regenerated without changing the key?
Can you repeat your question? I can't hear. So
sorry. So this might be just based on my ignorance about that particular key generation method, but is there a proactive variant that would allow you to regenerate the shares without changing the key?
yeah, that should be should be some kind of variance of DKG. So you can just that has another name like resharing protocol. You can just check it. It should not be quite hard to find.
Okay.
Which had basically the similar structure with DKG. So mostly we would not repeat it, the context again. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So I also have a question. On this slide, it says constant communication cost. But in the previous one, it shows that
Okay.
communication cost increases with the number of parties. So I guess I'm asking, is it a linear increase or super linear? So can you comment?
Actually, because when we use a larger n, then we need to instantiate the things in a larger class group. So the n would be parameterized. So the security would be relies on the truth of n, which finally change the size of each group element. That's why the size would change linearly, but only like to the log n, something like. Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions?
Maybe you said this and I missed it. Is this protocol non-interactive or?
It is still interactive, but we try to minimize the number of interaction. We limit it to 3 rounds offline and 1 round online, something like that.
Sorry, can you say that again? 3 rounds of?
For online, like before knowing the message to be signed, we can just have 3 rounds of pre-computation, and then 1 round of online computation after knowing the message M.
So the interaction is only during the DKG, is what you're saying?
Can you repeat?
The interaction is only during the DKG process, is that what
No,
you're saying?
no. DKG is somehow like the setup phase. You would run the things during the setup phase, and then before knowing the actual message to be signed, you can just pre-compute some tuples to boost the later signing. So yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, let's thank the speaker again.